Yeah, I'm Sturdy McKee here with Dr. Denzel Cherry. Des, how are you, man? How's it going?
Doing very well. Thank you for asking.
Cool, cool. So, tell me a little bit about the new job and what's going on there.
Yeah, so I recently started with concierge pain relief. Literally the beginning of this year, 2024. It's been an amazing experience from onboarding with you. Our initial conversation going into it definitely felt at ease. You asked a lot of questions that I wasn't expecting.
You ask a lot of questions, yes.
Yeah, just kind of asking what I'm really looking for in my, not just in a job, but for my next step in my career as a physical therapist, which was very important because sometimes you don't realize that until you say it out loud and someone's really asking. And then we'll go over some key highlights, which helped me through the application process and getting connected with the owner of the company, which was seamlessly easy. And it's been a great success. Been doing very well. I'm enjoying this new lifestyle, incorporating some new aspects as far as right now that I know that my job is secured. Been taking care more of my physical health, social, because the end of the year I was very lost as far as where I was going to go, as far as the next step in my career.
Well, cool. Glad that's worked out. Very nice. Um, so how you mentioned you kind of started alluded to this, but how was your search streamlined by working with us?
Yeah, so it made it. It was very focused as far as what the job entailed, very to the point, and I felt that it made it easy for me to kind of make my final decision while I
Mm,
was looking at other job opportunities. Um, because I did have like a good amount of people, candidates I was interviewing for.
sure.
But as far as I know a lot of times you could get lost in the sauce, if you will, with the description, what it entails, and it helped me really narrow down as far as okay, it matches what I'm looking for, pay wise, schedule wise, which were very important to me, and just being able to meet the owner fairly quickly with a good introduction from you.
Cool. Thanks. Thanks. Yeah. So, I mean, we like to say that we're a matchmaker, not a recruiter. So it sounds like the match is working out pretty well.
Yeah, very well. Right, I kind of trusted you to make sure that our right your personalities match, work ethic, and I think it was a very natural, organic match for me, as
Yeah.
opposed to kind of walking into a situation where I was like, "Whoa, I didn't know about this."
Yeah, that happens a lot. You know, when the interview process, everybody's trying to put their best foot forward and they don't always share everything. So that's something else that, well, I think is really important to know because this is a relationship, right? You're going to be there. I mean, most candidates are going to be there at least 2 to 5 years. So you're going to be spending a lot of time, with these people in this environment, in this situation. So I don't think we put enough, and I'm talking globally, right? We don't put enough emphasis on finding the really truly right match and going a little bit deeper before we commit to that, taking that job.
Exactly. And then I remember you saying that, and it really made me reflect and say, you know what, let me try something different this time.
Cool. Cool. So we get this question a lot from candidates. I get this as a response from folks all the time. But how much did you pay us?
Oh, nothing. Right.
Okay. Yeah. They're always asking, well, what do you charge? I'm like, we don't charge candidates, right?
Yeah, I came onto the call expecting that there was this hidden fee, and I was when we ended it, and I was like, "Oh, this was really free." That was good to know.
The coaching is free, the placement's free. Yeah, everything on the candidate side is, yeah, that's it. I'm wondering what's happening out there though, that people are really asking that question and getting nervous about it because it's confusing to me anyway.
Yeah, if it's too good to be true, sometimes we tend to overthink it, right?
Sure. Cool, cool. So, what else? Is there anything else you would want a prospective candidate, somebody who's considering, moving jobs, working with us, or doing it on their own, to know at this point?
Yeah, I think with jobs and really taking that next step forward, whether you're right, you're fresh out of school, you're looking for like, a big change, it's very important to invest in the right company that's going to get you to that point. I think sometimes we tend to speed the process. We're in a rush, and
Yeah.
really kind of having that in between consultation with you, just having that layer where you could just kind of be open, as opposed to just kind of saying what I think you want to hear, or what I think the client would want to hear. And it's just, it puts you on edge. And this time it felt different, where felt more control. And even through the whole interview process, having access to you, like I think I was able to, like, what, sent you a
Mhm.
text one morning, and we were able to get on the
Good.
phone in a couple of minutes. That really meant a lot, right? We didn't have to kind of wait outside business hours. We didn't have to kind of catch up the next week. And
Mhm.
I think it's just as important as the job you're getting, right? That step before you apply and go forward with whatever career move, it's very important to kind of analyze what you want and speak with people like yourself that realize it and will help prep and coach you for that as well.
That's a great point, and it's one like whether I mean, it's been a pet peeve of mine for over 20 years of you know working with employees, also mentoring new therapists. All those things is if you aren't clear on what you want, how in the world can I or anybody else help you get there? You know.
Yeah, it's more than just 30, 40 hours a week. I think sometimes we like to just say, oh, it's just a job, and it's actually more. It's more than a job.
Well,
So
right. You spent all that time in PT school to do something more than just clock in, clock out, right?
exactly. Right. And that's what I was, looking for, and you got it.
Sweet. All right. Well, that's awesome. I'm so glad to hear it. Really appreciate it. Appreciate your time today, man. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you so much, 30.